our Rapid Bus Plus alternative. City staff, like AC Transit, has chosen to consider solely the benefits to the bus riders, solely on the Telegraph Park corridor. But no one else needs to restrict their vision in that way. You were made the lead commission on this because your whole mandate is to consider overall benefits versus detriments to the whole community. And that can include the overall transit benefits of pouring money into this well-served corridor versus saving and improving bus service that's falling apart in the rest of the city. It can include cost effectiveness. It can include the detriments that BRT would cause to South Berkeley business community and livability.
Thank you very much. Bradley Cole, followed by Mark Weinstein, followed by Kirby McLean.
Hi, my name is Brad Fraley. I'm a graduate student at UC Berkeley, and I'm a member of the Graduate Assembly, which is the graduate student government at UC Berkeley, representing over 10,000 graduate and professional students. I would just like to let you know that this last Thursday we passed a resolution in support of a full-build BRT alternative. However, we have a few concerns that we'd like to see addressed. First off, the long distance between the Shattuck-Kittredge stop and the Telegraph Bancroft stop, along with several large straws in the intermediate area, for example, the recreational sports facility and the University Health Systems Center. We think that merits additional study of a stop at Bancroft and elsewhere. Secondly, the existing coupling configurations when you run buses on Durant and Bancroft and then again on Dana and Telegraph is very confusing for new students. And we think if you were able to eliminate those in some fashion, that'd be a boon for campus, as well as creating a better transit presence on the border of campus. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Mark Weinstein, followed by Dave McLean, followed by Matthew Nealon.
Thank you. I'm Mark Weinstein from Amoeba Music, representing myself and 60 staff and many other businesses on Telegraph. Thank you. If anyone took the time to read the letters that were received by the Transportation Commission that were posted online, you find that most of the people in favor are typically related to the university, or they're economists, quote, or brokers, or architects, and many of them are people who really typically wouldn't be transportation users. And in many ways, those folks also don't seem to be people that would be impacted nearly to the extent that all the neighbors and the business community would. So I think, you're not taking into account what a regional draw telegraph is with this plan whatsoever, and it's just, it's at the expense of all the people in the community. You're trying to add a couple minutes convenience time for people riding the bus. Obviously, it's going to help the university. The super corridor, transit corridor is obviously going to help real estate interests, et cetera. I think, just go with the people here, please.
Followed by Matthew Nealon, followed by Jurgen House.
I'm Kitty McLean, and I'm just kind of amazed at this because I've seen BRT in action. It's just made a big improvement in London. It just really it bypasses a lot of problems that you used to have. You can build around most of London much faster than you used to. It's also, I know that Toulouse is not perhaps a town that everybody goes to. They make the Airbus there. It's a pretty big city. And they have the best transportation system I've ever seen. And the BRT-type buses are a big part of that. Yes, it has to be thought out carefully. We've got to get started on this. It's going to save pollution. It's going to save us driving places. It's really just worth a try. I think we should do it.
Thank you very much. Matthew Nealon, followed by Jurgen House, followed by Lynn Conley.
I'm a business owner right on Telegraph. Just point out a few things from my point of view. The biggest issue I have with this bill is the lack of parking, or taking away from parking. I really think that's going to be a commerce killer for us business owners. I know specifically for us, it's going to take away 12 spots of parking on our block, and unfortunately, very few of our clients travel by bus. It's going to put us in a position where we're probably going to have to move somewhere else. So I just want to put that out there that, if there's an alternative that creates alternative parking, that's the way to go from a business perspective, because it's going to affect all of the businesses on Telegraph.
Thank you. Question to the speaker?
What's your address on Telegraph?
3017. That's right across from Whole Foods.
Jurgenas, followed by Len Conley, followed by Vanda Mulcahy.
First of all, no on BRT doesn't mean against transit. I grew up with transit, and in the decades of land use and transportation planning, I can recall a single project where I didn't integrate public transit, even though I've hardly ever been asked to do so. As to the information, item 3, we received, it's nothing but infomercial, yes, that's the word, for an altruistic transportation system where even the people who Coetiva, in private at least, say this is a second-rate solution. As far as the presentation of Berkeley is concerned in this whole process, let's talk the stuff itself. And I quote, "No direct involvement by the city of Berkeley or recommendation is needed for this project. This is the Deputy Planning Director of Berkeley in recommendation to the Transportation Commission regarding enhanced transit on Telegraph."
Thank you very much.
Oh, it gets worse.
Len Conley, followed by Vanda Mulcahy, followed by David Bowers.
Hi, my name is Len Conley. I'm speaking for the Friends of Bus Rapid Transit. We support a full build BRT LPA. We urge you to recommend the study of an LPA. 50% of greenhouse gas emissions in the Bay Area are due to our transportation sector. We drive more than 160 million miles per day in the Bay Area. The output of CO2 from our cars collectively is equivalent to the largest coal-fired power plant in the United States. I urge you to keep that in mind in the face of Measure G, which was passed by Berkeley voters by 80%, or 81% a few years ago, which calls for an 80% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions in Berkeley by the year 2050. We'd also like to mention that, as I think Chuck Siegel mentioned, that Measure KK was framed as an anti-BRT initiative by its proponents, and this was rejected by 77% of voters. We anticipate that BRT can help to achieve the goals of Measure G, and we hope that you will urge the staff to continue studying an LPA. Without the if AC Transit doesn't have a recommendation to do a full build LPA for the FEIR, we won't know. We won't have an evaluation of the effect on greenhouse gas emissions from our transit system. Thank you.
Thank you. Vanda Mulcahy, followed by David Bowers, followed by Chris King.
Hello, I'm Vanda Mulcahy. I'm concerned that good intentions of rapid transit are getting confused with reality. The reality that is guaranteed by the Commission is that buses will indeed speed and go fast up and down Telegraph Avenue. The other reality is that cars will go more slowly and with all the accumulating pollution. However, on top of that, people don't necessarily want speed, they want convenience. I'm not going to leave my car at home to whiz down Telegraph on rapid transit only to wait 10 minutes for another couple of connections for people's destinations on many blocks from Telegraph. Anyway, BART already provides such a skeletal rapid transit system, and Telegraph is not used in this way. What we do need in Berkeley is an improved local transport system like Chicken Office, electric chicken.
Thank you very much. David Bowers, followed by Chris King, followed by John Delaney.
So Telegraph is a culture.